You think your home is your sanctuary, but a narcissist knows how to invade it in ways you'll never see coming. It's not just about the fights, the emotional manipulation, or the mind games. A narcissist's control runs deeper than they invade your space, your peace, and your very sense of belonging. They leave behind invisible marks, little psychological footprints that linger long after they've physically left. Suddenly, your home feels off, unsettled, as though their presence is still there, tugging at your mind, pulling at your emotions. This isn't paranoia. It's their methodical, calculated way of ensuring that no matter where you go, no matter how far you try to escape, you are never truly free from them. Whether it's a forgotten item, an altered memory, or even the scent that still clings to the air, they've left their fingerprints on your space. And now you're left wondering, how do you reclaim what's yours? Imagine this: you come home after a long day, ready to relax, but something feels off. You can't quite place it, but the air feels thick, heavy with an unspoken tension. It's almost as if the walls are echoing with unresolved emotions. The weight of it pulls at you, and before you know it, your peace is shattered. This feeling, this subtle yet constant undercurrent of stress, is the result of something far more insidious than just a bad mood or bad energy. It's the emotional baggage left behind by a narcissist. Narcissists don't just leave physical traces in your home. They leave something far more powerful and destructive: their unresolved emotions, frustrations, and insecurities. These emotional imprints are like invisible markers they've etched into the very fabric of your space. Whether it's through a fight, a manipulative interaction, or simply their presence in the room, they unload their emotional turmoil into your environment, and the effects can linger far longer than you might think. Have you ever experienced this? Coming back to your home after a narcissist has been around and immediately feeling a wave of anxiety, irritability, or fatigue? It's almost like their emotional chaos has seeped into every corner of your sanctuary. This isn't a coincidence. Narcissists are known to spread their emotional debris wherever they go, and their energy doesn't just dissipate once they've learned. The limit lingers. It hangs in the air, attached to your furniture, your walls, and even your thoughts, leaving you with a constant sense of unease. This emotional baggage doesn't just disappear, and it certainly doesn't give you the space to heal. It's like walking into a room filled with tension that never fully leaves, making you feel burdened, anxious, or downright exhausted without even knowing why. This subtle but ever-present weight can drain your mental and emotional energy, often without any clear source. Even when the narcissist isn't physically there, you might find yourself on edge, constantly trying to shake the feeling that something is wrong, that something is still off. The truth is, narcissists have a profound ability to disrupt the emotional balance of a home. Their manipulations, criticisms, and emotional outbursts create a toxic environment. They thrive in making everything about their needs, often leaving you with nothing but the aftermath of their unresolved emotions. And unfortunately, this emotional baggage doesn't simply vanish when they walk out the door. It festers, leaving behind a residue that can distort your perception of your space and your sense of safety. But here's the good news: you can reclaim your peace. The first step is acknowledging that this emotional residue exists. It's real, and it's affecting your well-being. By recognizing the emotional burden left behind, you can begin the process of releasing it. A simple but powerful way to cleanse your home is through mindful practices like meditation or energy clearing. When you meditate, you are not just calming your mind, you're also clearing the energetic space around you. Picture yourself envisioning a light surrounding your home, sweeping away all the negativity, the anxiety, and the emotional clutter that has accumulated over time. Another great practice is smudging, often done with sage or palo santo. The smoke from these herbs has long been used in spiritual practices to clear negative energy and restore balance. As the smoke rises, it acts as a cleanser, removing the emotional toxicity that a narcissist has left behind. Similarly, you can introduce healing crystals or essential oils to bring fresh, positive energy back into your space. The key is to actively choose to reclaim your space. You deserve a home where you feel safe, relaxed, and at ease. It's not just about physical decluttering, it's about restoring emotional balance and letting go of the lingering chaos a narcissist has left in their wake. By cleaning your space energetically, you create an environment that is truly yours again, free from the invisible ties that once bound you to them. So, next time you walk into your home and sense the weight of unresolved emotions, take a moment. Acknowledge the emotional baggage and then let it go. You have the power to transform your space into a place of peace, healing, and restoration. Ever walk into your living room only to feel like you're intruding in someone else's space? Like somehow it's no longer your home? That's the subtle, insidious power of a narcissist. They don't just take over your emotions, they take over your entire environment. Your communal spaces, the living room, kitchen, or even the bathroom, are prime territory for their silent conquest. And at first, it's so subtle you might barely even notice it. A remote left on the coffee table. Their shoes kicked off right in front of the door. Maybe it's a pile of magazines stacked in your favorite chair, or their things scattered around the kitchen counter, as if the space is an extension of their own personal domain. At first glance, it might seem like nothing, but slowly, almost imperceptibly, you start feeling it. That low-level irritation, the quiet frustration. It's like the room, the space, and even the air around you have started to shift. What once felt like your place, your sanctuary, your retreat from the world, begins to feel like their domain, and you're just a guest in it. What happens next is the real kicker. Over time, these small, almost unnoticeable behaviors slowly create a creeping sense of discomfort, where the space no longer feels like it belongs to you. They might insist on controlling the TV remote, occupying the best seat on the couch, or making you feel guilty for sitting anywhere they feel they've claimed. And if you dare move something, even the slightest change in the arrangement of pillows or dishes, you're met with passive-aggressive comments or outright defensiveness. It's all a part of their subtle control strategy. Narcissists understand the power of space, of energy, and they know how to bend it to their will. What starts as a small, seemingly innocent act of leaving a jacket on the arm of the chair becomes a statement: this space is mine, and I am here to stay. Soon their presence dominates the entire room. Their influence starts to seep into every corner, whether they're there physically or not. And this isn't just about the physical space. It's the energy they leave behind. The more they take control of these shared areas, the more they subtly shift the dynamics of your home. The kitchen, once a place of comfort, becomes a battleground for who gets to decide what's eaten, how it's prepared, and who gets to sit at the table. The living room, which should be a peaceful place to relax, becomes a zone of tension and unspoken rules where you find yourself constantly adjusting your behavior to avoid confrontation. The truth is, narcissists thrive on making everything about them. And if they can make your home feel less like your sanctuary and more like their kingdom, they've succeeded in controlling yet another aspect of your life. It's a quiet, gradual process, but it changes the entire atmosphere of your living space. The more they take over, the more you start to feel like a visitor in your own home. The solution? Set clear boundaries. Reclaim your space and stop letting them dictate the terms of your home. Start by making small, deliberate changes, putting your things where you want them, moving their items without feeling guilty, or even simply asserting your right to a specific seat on the couch. It may seem small, but it sends a powerful message: this is my space, and I am in control here. Start owning your communal spaces again. The living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, these are your domains, and your boundaries are what will protect them. Don't let their need for dominance cloud your sense of peace. Your home is your refuge, and no one has the right to take that from you. I want you to imagine walking into your living room, a place where you once felt calm, relaxed, and truly yourself. But something's different. The couch is now an overstuffed, garish shade of red that you would never have chosen. The walls, once a soft, calming beige, are now adorned with bold, jarring art that makes you feel uneasy. The space doesn't feel like yours anymore. It feels like someone else's vision of what it should be. This is what narcissists do. They don't just infiltrate your emotional life, they invade your personal space, subtly manipulating the aesthetic of your home until it reflects their image, not yours. At first, it might seem like harmless suggestions. Wouldn't this color look better here? Or I think this painting would look amazing in the living room. Over time, however, these suggestions become directives. They start pushing for more dramatic changes, insisting that certain furniture pieces must go here and others must be moved there. They take your once cozy, personalized space and slowly replace it with something that serves their needs, whether it's a reflection of their ideals or just another form of control. What's most insidious about this is the slow erosion of your own sense of ownership over the space. You're not just questioning the color of the walls or the arrangement of the furniture, you're questioning your very role in shaping your environment. Narcissists understand that the home is an extension of the self, a sacred space where you can relax, unwind, and truly be yourself. By hijacking that space and imbuing it with their own preferences, they create an atmosphere that feels suffocating, alien, and ultimately theirs. They do this because it reinforces their need for control. The more they shape your home into something that aligns with their image, the more they assert dominance over your personal world. And it's not just about decor, it's about identity. The colors, the furniture, the art, everything in your home starts to carry their energy, their taste, and their presence, even when they're physically absent. In essence, their intrusion into your space isn't just about aesthetics, it's about erasing your sense of self and replacing it with theirs. The living room, once a reflection of your personality, becomes a showroom for their ideals. You start feeling like a stranger in your own home, surrounded by objects and choices that you didn't make. The home that was supposed to be your haven now feels like a battleground. But here's the good news, you can take it back. The power to reclaim your space is in your hands, and it begins with purposeful action. Start by identifying what you love, what makes you feel at ease, what brings you joy. Replace the narcissist's choices with your own. If red wasn't your color, repaint the walls with something that makes your heart sing. If their chosen art made you feel uncomfortable, swap it out for something that represents you, a piece that reflects your personality, your tastes, and your story. You don't have to live in the chaos and control they left behind. You can create a space that is truly yours again, where the energy feels right and your own identity can shine. This process is more than just redecorating. It's an act of reclaiming your autonomy and infusing your environment with your own energy. So whether it's a new throw pillow, a different paint color, or a piece of art that brings a smile to your face, take the time to decorate with purpose. Every change you make shifts the energy of the room, and with each shift, you take back control of your space, your life, and your peace. In the world of a narcissist, every detail is carefully curated. Every action is purposeful, even within the confines of your own home. They don't need to write down a list of demands or verbally assert their dominance. Instead, they quietly create a set of unspoken rules that govern your space, your movements, and your sense of peace. It's not always obvious at first. A narcissist's control often manifests in the subtle manipulation of household dynamics. One minute, you're comfortably relaxing, and the next, you're second-guessing whether you've done something wrong just by placing a cup in the wrong spot on the counter. Or maybe you've tried to rearrange the living room, only for the narcissist to express their displeasure with how disorganized it looks, even though they've never cared before. These subtle shifts are their way of laying down rules, unspoken but absolutely clear. This is how things should be. This is where things go. And this is when you can or cannot do something in your own space. Over time, these unwritten rules start to infiltrate your every decision. What's the right way to hang your clothes? Where should you leave your shoes? Should you leave the door open or closed? They manipulate your actions, your decisions, even your preferences, until it feels like you're walking on eggshells, constantly wondering if you'll violate one of their invisible laws. It's exhausting, and even worse, it erodes your sense of autonomy. You used to love cooking in your kitchen, but now you hesitate, wondering if the narcissist will criticize your choice of spice or the way you stack the dishes. You used to be able to relax in your own living room, but now you feel the pressure of their silent judgments. Is the couch arranged just right? Are the pillows fluffed enough? Your once warm, welcoming home now feels like a battleground where your every move is scrutinized. This is the quiet, insidious power of a narcissist. They don't need to raise their voice or make a scene. They've already made sure that their presence is felt in the smallest details. They've woven their rules into the very fabric of your life, creating a space where your actions always seem to fall short of their standards. Over time, your home stops feeling like your sanctuary and starts to feel like a place where you can never quite get it right. But here's the twist, these rules are an illusion. They're not based on any rational logic or reason, they're simply there to keep you in line. They thrive on control, and by manipulating your sense of comfort and autonomy, they gain that control. The key is recognizing this and reclaiming your space. The first step in breaking free from these unspoken rules is to stop questioning yourself. The next time you rearrange the furniture or move something in your home, do so with confidence. Trust your instincts. The narcissist may make passive-aggressive comments or give you a disapproving look, but remind yourself that you live there too. Your home is yours. Reasserting your control starts with the small things. Place that picture frame where you want it, not where you've been told it should be. Sit in the living room without worrying about whether the pillows are fluffed correctly. You are the one who defines the rules in your space, not them. It may take time, but with every step you take, you'll notice a shift. Slowly but surely, your home will start to feel like your sanctuary again. And the more you reclaim your space, the more you'll realize that the narcissist's unspoken rules were nothing more than a way to keep you in line, and you don't have to follow them anymore. Imagine this too, stepping into your own home after a long day, expecting the familiar embrace of peace and comfort, but instead you're hit with an invisible wall of tension. You look around, but something doesn't feel right. The air is thick, heavy with an unspoken discomfort that you can't quite pinpoint. It's like the very walls are holding their breath, and even though they're no longer physically here, their presence is still suffocating your space. This is the subtle yet deeply unsettling power of a narcissist. They have this uncanny ability to strip away the sanctuary your home should be, turning it into something hostile. It's not just that they argue or belittle you, it's how they constantly chip away at your sense of security. Every conversation becomes a test of endurance. Every moment feels like you're walking on eggshells. What was once a place where you could relax and let down your guard now feels more like a battleground where the stakes are always high. The narcissist will erode your comfort slowly, bit by bit. They know exactly how to use criticism, emotional manipulation, and subtle control to undermine your confidence, making you second-guess everything. Whether it's a harsh remark about your appearance, a veiled insult about your choices, or a passive-aggressive comment about your behavior, they gradually invade your safe space. Over time, this constant barrage of negativity leaves you with the unsettling feeling that no matter what you do, you're never good enough. You start to wonder, am I too sensitive? Am I overreacting? It's the emotional manipulation that really does the damage. The gaslighting making you question your own reality becomes a weapon in their arsenal. You begin to doubt your thoughts, your feelings, and ultimately your sense of safety. Is this really my home anymore? You ask yourself. The very place that should be your refuge starts to feel like a prison, controlled by someone who sees it as their territory to dominate. And here's the most insidious part, their influence lingers even when they're physically gone. You can spend hours, days, or even weeks away from them, but somehow your home still feels off. You might notice that you're always on edge, even though there's no clear reason why. You find it hard to relax, your mind racing with thoughts, doubts and fears that were planted long ago. The narcissist's shadow lingers, casting a pall over your once peaceful space. And the worst part, you don't even realize the extent to which it's affecting you until it's too late. This is what narcissists do best. They make you question your own sense of safety and security in your own home. And for some, this feeling of unease can last long after the relationship ends, even if the narcissist is no longer around. The damage they've done is emotional, psychological, and it seeps into the very fabric of your home. But it doesn't have to stay that way. To reclaim your sense of security, you need to set firm boundaries. It's time to retake control of your space, your energy, and your peace. Establishing these boundaries isn't just about saying no to the narcissist, it's about saying yes to yourself. Start by creating rituals that nurture your well-being, lighting a calming candle, playing soothing music, or simply setting aside time each day to focus on your own needs. Reintroduce joy and calm into your home with every decision you make, ensuring that the space becomes one that supports you rather than drains you. You don't have to live in a place that no longer feels like yours. By restoring boundaries and rituals, you can bring back that feeling of safety and comfort piece by piece, brick by brick. Your home can once again become the sanctuary it was meant to be, free from the toxic influence of a narcissist. The subtle yet powerful ways narcissists mark their territory in your home can leave lasting scars, emotional baggage, manipulated spaces, and a sense of ease that hangs in the air long after they've gone. Their actions are calculated, designed to chip away at your comfort, your peace, and your autonomy. But recognizing these tactics is the first step in reclaiming your home and your sense of self. By setting boundaries, creating personal rituals, and cleansing your environment, you can begin to reverse the damage done and restore balance to your life. Thank you for watching. If you've ever felt like your space is no longer your own, or that someone's presence lingers long after they're gone, know that you have the power to take it back. Reclaim your peace, redefine your boundaries, and make your home truly yours again. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on healing, empowerment, and taking control of your life. Until next time, take care and keep healing. Your sanctuary awaits.